Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Place here with another episode on our Skyblock series on my channel. And if you guys noticed, guys, yeah, I've actually done something different. So I basically took the whole island down, and then I added a bunch of these smooth half slabs or stone half slabs. And yeah, so I made it into a circle. And I use this cobblestone just to basically figure out the dimensions of it, or at least help me out. And I still left these here just so I could get across and stuff like that. And in the future, we're gonna be taking these trees down because this is where the main island is gonna be. This is like where all our stuff is gonna be at, farms or whatever. And then all around us, we're actually gonna have like plants, you know what I mean? So we're probably gonna have maybe, I don't know, like 3 layers of dirt going out, and then we're gonna have another one of these, and it's just gonna go around and around. And then we're gonna plant maybe like I don't know, like potatoes or carrots and stuff like that. And then we're gonna do another one, and then another one, and it's just gonna go around, and we're gonna have different stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited, guys. I got it started. So this actually took quite a long time, not in the fact that just to get the materials like before there's no way I would have been able to do this quick. Yeah, so I've been using the cobblestone generator to, ooh, it's a little bit laggy. I wonder why. Alright, guys, so I decreased the particles, and it seemed to help a little bit. But yeah, so I just been mining a bunch of the stone that we have from the cobblestone generator, guys. This is like so much, so helpful. It's like it comes so much in handy. Like I can literally leave it, come back here, and I get maybe like over 3 stacks. I think 3.5 stacks of cobblestone, because obviously I don't have a silk touch yet. So that's a lot, you know what I mean? Then I can just leave it and then come back to it. So I've been using these furnaces right here to smell a bunch of it, because today actually we're gonna go and do the farm, the Husk farm, I think it's called. I think that's what they're called, the Husk farm. So I already got a bunch of materials. I got a bunch of these stone bricks, and then I also have a bunch of these that I'm gonna take. I think I had more. Where do I have the other ones? Oh, right here. I know I smelted a bunch of them, and then obviously I got some smooth stone for the floor, because yeah, this took a lot, guys. This took a lot of stone. And I think the blocks are 29 from the middle. So it's 29 blocks this way, 29 to each way. I don't know how to like really say how big it is, but yeah, from the middle is 29 to each side. And yeah, if you guys notice, it didn't line up. But yeah, so I've been busy. I've been playing quite a bit. One of the things, like I said, is doing this, which actually took me a few hours. Another thing is, it has to do with these guys right here. Look at this guy. So I added a few new data packs, guys. Because these guys were getting really annoying. And let me actually show you what they were up to. So every time I would come down here, they would like trample all my crops, like literally everything. There'd be like random blocks here and there. It was just really annoying. Like every single time I was here, there was something wrong, you know. Either they trample these, they pick up these, or they place them over here, they trample this, just everything. It was just a mess. And then the same thing at the top over here, they would take this block of dirt, you know what I mean, from one of the trees. So it was just really annoying. And at first it came in handy because I was able to get some of the grass blocks. No, where's my grass blocks? Oh, right here, we got 9 of them. Ooh, I got scared for a second. So I was able to get those, but now we have 9. So I don't think we're gonna need more than that. So I did add a data pack where they're not able to grieve, so they're not able to pick up anything and stuff like that. And since we're in the subject, I also added a few different data packs. And I don't know where. Okay, I think they're right here. Yeah, so vanilla tweaks, all currently installed data packs. So these, look at how many we have. All these I got them from Suma Void's website. If you guys are interested in that, just go to sumavoid.com and then go to data packs, and then there's like a bunch of data packs you guys could choose from, and then he makes it really handy where you can just click the ones that you want, and then in the end you're able just to download one single file, and then you guys could just put them in your data packs folder in your Minecraft folder. So the first one is larger phantoms, makes naturally spawning phantoms larger than the longer you do not sleep. So yeah guys, so this is really funny because I actually got killed by them. That's why, oh, I got 42 already. Wow. I guess because of the furnaces. So I got killed by them. I was like seeing, I just wanted to test it out, you know. I actually did something over here in our fish farm. I actually updated it, and I added a rail cart system where we're able to pick up all the items. That way I could just AFK. And so I didn't sleep for a while because I AFK. So I came over here and I just wanted to see how big they were, and they were fairly big. They were probably as big, maybe 3 of these, like 3 of these like that. That's how big they were, which is obviously a little bit bigger than normal. And then I was fighting them and I almost died, and I came over here and I went to sleep thinking that they weren't gonna be able to get me because they were still up top because they couldn't see me. So I go in here to sleep, guys, and before I even finish sleeping, one of them just comes down and just wrecks me in one go. Literally in one go. He got stronger because not only do they get bigger, they get stronger as well. And obviously I only have a chainmail chest plate, which is nothing, and he ended up taking me out. So it's pretty interesting. They grow really big, so I thought that was just a little like a fun thing to do. Another one is obviously the main thing, the anti-enderman greed prevents enderman from picking up blocks. Like I told you guys, it was really annoying. It was pissing me off. Another one is silence mobs. It has the ability to silence mobs using a name tag. Silence me, silence me, silence me are all acceptable names. So if we ever have a mob, for example the villagers, if we ever get them over here, we can silence them. That way they're not annoying, you know. That way we don't have them talking all the time. So that's just another one that comes in handy. Another one is more mob heads. So now we're able to get any mob heads when we kill a mob. For example, obviously we still can't get like hostile mobs. We actually need a charged creeper for that, but for any other mob like cows and stuff like that, we're able to get their heads now, which is obviously another fun thing. Another one is the double shulker shells, makes all shulkers drop 2 shells. So once we do go into the end, I don't want to spend a lot of time in the end going like hunting for shulkers, because they drop every now and then. They only drop 1, so obviously like that's too much work, you know. Like I've done that before. I've done it and it's just too much, you know what I mean. So I'm not gonna do that a lot. Obviously I don't have a lot of materials here, so if I do go to the end, it's only gonna be for a little while, and it's not gonna be for a lot of shulkers. So might as well just make it easier for me, since yeah. So I did add that. And then another one is makes the ender dragon drop dragon egg and elytra on that. So yeah, another thing is it just comes a little bit helpful, you know. I'm still gonna get an elytra, and just going over there and making it harder for me is just gonna like discourage me from keep playing. So yeah, I decided to add that. And then the dragon egg is just cool, you know. It looks cool, we can display and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's one of the things that I added. Another data pack that I added that I don't see on there, which comes really in handy, guys, and probably you guys are not gonna like it, and it doesn't seem to show on here, is basically a recycled data pack. So for example, if we have some of these stairs, we can put them here, and then we can literally get oak plants back. So that goes for a lot of items. Not just this. One of them is that's gonna come in handy a lot are buckets, because obviously buckets, which I thought were smeltable so we could get the little nuggets, obviously I realized that they're not. So now they actually are, but we don't have to smelt them. And it's kind of a cheaty way to get iron, but at the same time it just makes sense, right? Because it is iron. And then anyways, I have a lot of iron, so I don't know how much I'm gonna use that, so probably I won't even use it. I did not, because we get 3 ingots, guys. 3 ingots, not nuggets, ingots from a bucket, because it's literally you're recycling the same materials you would have used, the same iron that you would have used to make it. So I've been AFKing quite a lot over here at our villager trading system, wherever. And I've been getting a lot of stacks of iron, so I haven't been having the need to do that. But if I ever do need that in the future, then I'll probably use that. Because it's really easy to get it. We could just get like a bunch of buckets of fish, of cod, and then we could just recycle those. So that's another thing that I added, guys. And yeah, but that's not just for that, that's for like a lot of items, and it's just gonna come in handy. But I'm just saying that that's one of them. So for example, this right here, I wonder if we're able to, yeah, see, we could get a cobblestone, and I want to see how many it takes. So it does take 2 slabs. So stuff like this, guys, it just comes in handy. If we ever make a mistake and make something like overdo something, then we're able to take that back. And yeah, it just comes in handy. So it doesn't add a lot to the game. Obviously it kind of does, because you're able to get stuff back, but at the same time it's stuff that you would have had anyway. So it's just to like help my experience a little bit better, and for me to enjoy Skyblock a little bit more. So I'm sorry if that bothers you, but to me it's just a little bit more helpful, and it's just gonna encourage me to play even more. So let me go to sleep, guys, and then we can head over there to the sand biome and start our mob farm. Alright, guys, so we made it over here to the small desert biome. And so yeah, something that I noticed, and if you guys notice, I skipped the block. The reason is because there's nothing holding this. So as soon as I update it, everything's gonna fall. So I did bring a bucket of water, so hopefully it doesn't update it. So I can just maybe do this, and at the same time that's gonna save me in case I do end up falling. And ooh, so creepy. And I'm using shaders, so it makes it a little bit more creepy. Ooh, okay. So now if I do use some blocks, I'm gonna have to use these right here, and start building down. I could actually do it a little bit lower, and then is that good right there? Am I on a half slab, or am I on a full block? I don't even know. So let me just add a few more of these. I think that's a bottom half slab. Yeah, because this is a full block, so that's perfect. And now that we're able to do this, we're able to basically pick up anything that we have on top of here. That's including the cactus, because I don't know if there's another way to get cactus other than just getting it from here. So yeah, it's really gonna come in handy. And then as well as just having a platform so we could get started. And this small farm, guys, is gonna be like the one that we have over there, but just a little bit different. So we're gonna keep that water source there just so we could get up and down. And then might go one more this way. So I'm glad I brought a bunch of these half slabs, because I know I was gonna need them for this. Actually I already came here just so I could be ready in between episodes for this one. And then I noticed that yeah, it's really dangerous that we could lose the cactus, because as soon as we update it, the sand that is gonna all fall down. So if I just go like this, if you guys notice, it all falls down. So yeah, I'm glad I remembered to do this. And I do have some of these right here, so let me just, where's the sand at? I don't really need it right now because we're gonna be able to get it anyway. So let me just put some of these down like this, and now we're able to put some of this stuff back. So I think, no, I got a few more things. Alright guys, so if you guys notice, I did bring a lot of redstone, and it's something that we're actually gonna be using here. So let me just get rid of some of the stuff I don't want to lose. And yeah, there we go. So we also got ourselves a bed, which I guess I'll just place right there, and hopefully it doesn't kill us. And yeah, so it had a total of 28 sand and then the 3 cactus. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to figure out how big the sand biome is, or like where it starts and where it ends, the desert biome. That way I can make sure that I'm right in the middle of it, so I can build the farm. Because if you guys notice, I am gonna be using redstone. I'm gonna use a clock for it, so it's gonna. I brought a bunch of dispensers. I think I brought 11, but I'm only gonna use maybe 8 of them. Or maybe not even 8, because we don't really have to make the farm that big. Like I said before, the smaller the better. So I'm just gonna make a clock for all the mobs to fall down, and then we're gonna have a collecting system in the bottom. And the reason that I'm adding a clock is just to like help the efficiency of the farm a little bit. And now we have the materials, so now we're able to do that. So I went into YouTube to figure out like a good way to make a clock for it, and I found Mango's tutorial. So that's what we're gonna be building today, and it's just like a hopper timer. I think it's called like a hopper timer, and it seems to be working, because the one that I used on my other videos, it's a little bit like, it costs a lot of materials, you know. That's a lot of repeaters and stuff like that. So yeah, I decided to do this one and just try something new. So let me figure out the dimension of this farm, guys, and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so while I get the farm started, I guess I can show you guys the upgrades that I made to our fish farm down here. And let me just go down here. So I added this water column right here because it was getting really annoying going down here, guys, and then taking all these little turns. So instead, now I could just come across and then just go down here, which makes it way more easier for me. So I did add that. So let me just show you guys what I've done. So I did make this farm a little bit smaller, guys. I don't know if I mentioned that before or if I did that off camera, but I basically just went up there with a bunch of dirt and then just basically shortened the farm a little bit. And now down here I got a collection system. So right now this little block right here, this half slab, is actually my AFK spot. So there's no mobs or nothing that can spawn right here that would kill me. And then the phantoms, they won't spawn if I'm right here either as well. I don't know if it's because of that or is because they don't spawn down here. So yeah, so this is where like all of them spawn, are able to spawn like a bunch of fish. Obviously you guys saw the squid and then dolphins, but I don't think dolphins drop anything. But this is where if I just AFK, all the items drop, and sometimes they do bounce and land over here on the side, but it's not that much. And if you guys notice, some of the items are getting picked up, like you see that one, and then we got all those that are gonna get picked up later on. But all of that is being picked up by this minecart hopper, so it's just going back and forth, and then watch, right now it's just picking up all the items. So once it comes back down here, it's gonna pick everything up. So it's pretty fast because I have a bunch of redstone rails down here, or I forgot what they were called. And yeah, so it's just really fast going back and forth. And right here what I have is a little minecart unloader, or I don't know what it's called. So I got this design by Impulse because I've been watching his Skyblock series, and he does this on his the same thing on his fish farm. So I thought it was really cool. It's just one of those things that really comes in handy. And the way this works, guys, is that we have a redstone torch right here that is lit on or lit up. So it powers this. It sends like a power up to this block right there, which in return gets picked up by this repeater. So this repeater is reading this stone brick, and then it's sending the signal to this one, which in return is actually turning this rail on. So if there's no items, guys, this is just, since this is powered on, it's just gonna go back and forth, and it's gonna bounce back because it's on. So the way this works is that when the minecart has items in return, which it should have some right now because we actually see it pick it up and only had a few of them. What it does is once the items start getting picked up by this hopper, because as soon as it gets close, this hopper will take it away from that hopper. And when that's happening, this comparator, I don't even know how to pronounce it, guys, so I apologize for that, gets a signal. If you guys see right now, it's turned on because it's getting like, it's reading the items going through this hopper into this chest. It's getting a signal, so then it's powering up this block, which in return powers off this torch right here, which in return powers off this rail right here. So it just works overall, and it's really easy and simple. If you guys see, it just powered this off, and then as soon as there was no more items on, then this torch would power this on, and yeah, it's just going back and forth. All right, so I got the farm started, and I basically got it finished. The only thing I need to do now is set up the redstone and get it working. So it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 blocks, 9 blocks wide, and then 8 blocks, you know, this way, whatever. So you can do it both ways, but this is the chunk right here. I got it labeled by all the cobblestone right here, so this is just a one chunk biome, which kind of sucks, guys, having that here, because yeah, you're not able to really do much with it, but it is what it is. And yeah, so this is where they're gonna fall and basically end up dying. So later on, I'm gonna come back here once I have enough iron to use it for hoppers. We're gonna place a bunch of hoppers down here, or something that I could even do is maybe add like a rail line and get like an item hopper, just the way we have it over there. That way it picks up all the items like that. So another thing we could do is maybe place glass, that way we can see inside. And yeah, so that's something that we can do once we get a little bit more sand. So let me just show you guys up here. So it is, I think, 23 blocks high up to the path over here. Let me just show you guys really quick up to here. I think it's 23 blocks up to here, so hopefully you guys are able to see. I know it's a little bit dark. So I do have the dispensers with the water, and yeah, I filled them up with the water bucket. I went over and got a bunch of cod buckets of cod, and then I just came over here and placed the water there. So yeah, so it is 8 blocks this way, guys, so the water's gonna reach up to this block, and then they're just gonna end up falling down. So I did go into creative mode just to do this, and then also check just in case the husks were gonna spawn here, like, you know, 2 blocks high, because I think they're a little bit taller than a zombie, but I think their hitbox is 2 blocks high. So that's working. And then up here I slabbed everything, that way nothing can spawn up here. And then I got the redstone right here that we're gonna do right now. So I believe I have everything on me. I just have these just because it was nighttime and I don't want nothing spawning. So this is where our little like hopper clock is gonna be, and yeah, and then the line is just gonna go over here this way and up to the dispensers. So the first thing that we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna add a couple repeaters in some certain areas. This is one of them right here, and let me just really quick go to my screenshots and see where I actually have them, because I took a screenshots of it, and I know there's another one here. And then the rest is just gonna be redstone, so we could just get a bunch of redstone right here, and then just have it running down from here all the way down. So the reason we have the repeaters here is just so it could like literally take the current all the way to the end right there, so we could have the dispensers. And yeah, so then up here, guys, for the contraption, we have this little setup right here where we have a 1 block. This is the bottom, and then that's gonna be the top, so it's like this. And the way we're gonna have it is actually we're gonna use hoppers. So let me just get this, place that there, and we're gonna have another hopper going in there, and we're gonna have 2 right there, and then we're gonna have 2 coming from that in the bottom right here. Then we're gonna have a couple. Oh, actually, let me just do it right now. We're actually gonna have could I even go on top right here? Right here, we're gonna have a hopper going there. We're gonna have another one up here. So it takes quite a bit of hoppers, but it's still, I think the resources it takes is still a little bit less than normal, or the one that I had before that I've used in the past. Now that we have that, guys, we're actually gonna have 2 more, or these 2 going this way into that block. There we go, and I think we're done with these. Now I'm looking for the torches that are actually gonna go here, and then we're gonna have another set of hoppers on top of that. So let me just come up here really quick. So we're gonna have another set of hoppers right here.
That's one going into that one, and then the other one going into this one. There we go. And I did bring a little bit extra, just in case I. Oh, okay. So I think it has the water. It just has the water going right now. I can hear it. I just want to make sure that it did set all of them off, and it seems like it did. And I think I need to place a torch in here because I don't want anything spawning. Alright, so it is on right now. I turned it on. Now what we need to do is basically add items to these hoppers. And for this one, we're going to add just one. So it's just going to go back and forth. This one, we're actually going to add 16. So we're just going to add 16. And then this one, we're going to add 8. And this is the way he did it. So it's going to be like, I don't know how many seconds. So right now it turned off, I believe so. And it doesn't seem like it did though. Okay, there we go. So, okay, I thought it was one of those. Alright, so now right now they turned off and you see they turned on. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there we go, guys. I think we got it working. I think it's enough time for the mobs to be pushed all the way down here. So yeah, basically this is that hopper or that clock ready. So now I think we're pretty much set. No. I was crouching, so I know if you crouch you go down, and I could have just died. Alright, so we got it working. So now just in case stuff does spawn, I'm gonna have a few torches just lighting up some of the area. That way, just in case, you know, I don't want nothing happening or nothing spawning, taking any spawns away and stuff like that. I don't think there shouldn't be anything spawning here, but I'm just being careful, you know. I'm just trying to be careful, like I said. And yeah, so we are gonna have to place something on top of these, that way nothing could, like, that way it doesn't lag. And yeah, and I guess something can spawn there as well. Alright, so there we go, guys. So this contraption is pretty easy. If you guys see it right here, it's just a matter of getting this design done and then just adding the rest, or just going one by one. This I added myself just to connect it, and everything should be working right now. So where do I have my little scaffolding? And now we should be able to actually have it working. So we come here, hopefully it starts working. So obviously we're gonna get different types of mods. It's not just gonna be mobs. I mean, it's not just gonna be husks. At least I don't think they are. And then let me just fill this up, and like I said, I'll add that later on. And hopefully we can start seeing some of the mobs spawning in a little bit. And there we go. And yeah, we should hopefully start seeing them spawn right now. Alright, so if you guys saw that, we do have spiders spawning, and it seems like our mobs are starting to spawn. I think it's just how far it is, and they don't seem like they're dying, so I'm gonna have to just go lower. Oh, we got a bunch of skeletons. That's a lot of skeletons. No husks though, which is kind of weird. I wonder if I have to place sand or sandstone in order for them to spawn. Alright guys, first of all, I just want to apologize if you guys are able to hear my AC on in the background when I talk. It's just it's mid-July, so it's really hot right now, and I can't record without it. But I got the farm working, guys, after maybe like 20 hours into it, like trying to figure out what was the problem. Because first I wasn't spawning any husks, so then I thought it was there was like some sort of error here and there, and it wasn't that. And then I ended up finding out that the husks, they have to have open space to the sky in order to spawn. So then I took the roof off, and then I waited, and still like husks are a rare mob, guys. Like, they still don't spawn that often. So then obviously I only got like 10 minutes worth of time for them to spawn, and then they're not that common because we still get other spawns, if you guys notice here. And then another thing was that they weren't spawning any sand, because I AFK'd for a long time, hours and hours and hours, and I wasn't getting any drops, like no sand. I was getting rotten flesh, but that's about it. So then I kind of got into it. I went all the way into learning the data files, and like editing the JSON files, and just I really got into a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of glad that happened because I started to know or learn a few new things that I didn't before, because I even got to a point where I was editing the drop rate of the sand, and then I couldn't get it working. I came back here, and then I did this in creative where I spawned a bunch of husks, and then just to see how rare the drop was of sand, because I noticed that like after hours and hours I wasn't getting any sand at all. So I ended up going into creative, spawned a bunch of them, and I didn't get any sand at all. So I was like, what's going on? So then I went into a little bit more into it. I ended up learning how to edit the JSON files, and you know what I mean, and changing the rates and stuff like that. And ultimately, guys, it was none of that. So I went into a lot of testing, like a lot of testing, guys. So much that I haven't really played this map because it was just really annoying trying to figure this out. This was like maybe a few days worth of work, which is, yeah, that's a lot, guys. So it was really annoying. I had to like change stuff, move stuff. I even moved the timer up here to the side when I realized that we couldn't have it up there. So now we are getting spawns. If you guys notice, we do have sand. We got one more. But after a while, I ended up finding out that it was one of the data packs that actually mess with the drops, and which was the mob heads. And I got, I think, a total of maybe like 6 of them. So I had to go one by one trying to figure out which one it was that was messing with it. And at first I didn't even know that that was a thing. I just kind of tested it because I'm like, alright, so if I go back into normal, just regular, it should be working, because I looked it up online. Nobody was having the same problem. So then I thought, you know what, maybe if nobody else is having the same problem, it's probably one of the data packs that I installed. And yeah, it was the more mob heads, guys. So unfortunately, we're not gonna get no mob heads. It was one of those things that I really wanted, just because it's like a collection of all the mobs. And it's just a really interesting thing that we can have in the world, but unfortunately we're not able to have it in this one. So I ended up taking that one out, and yeah, so now we're able to get sand. So I killed a lot of husks, guys. I want to kind of see how many statistics, mobs, and let's see if we can find the husk. So you killed 421 husks, and like I said, guys, there's no way 421 spawn here like in 10 minutes, over 10-minute periods of time. There's no way that many spawn. Like I said, I spawned them with eggs, and the reason I tested them here in this world was because there's no other way for me to test this map, you know what I mean. I tried making another file and another copy, but I wasn't able to do that, so I decided just to allow cheats in this world. And then I just went up there, got a spawn egg, and then just spawned a bunch of them so they could fall and die. And then I spawned a bunch of them like mid there, because then I thought, you know what, maybe it's only a drop that falls when you kill the mob. You know, it's not by dropping, it's that player has to physically kill them in order for them to drop the sand. So then I spawned a bunch of them, like a bunch of them, and then I just started killing all of them. And yeah, so it wasn't dropping any sand either. So then that's when I kind of like just narrowed it down, and ended up just finding out that it was one of the data packs, which it took, like I said, a long time, guys. You guys don't know how frustrating this is, because I almost gave up on this. But I knew we needed sand to make like concrete and stuff like that. And like I said earlier, I'm not really too mad about it, because I did learn how to do stuff like that. And one of the things that I thought about doing was maybe having the pigmen drop netherrack. That could be like their rare drop. Like the husk drop sand, and then I think the zombies drop gravel. If a zombie pigman can drop netherrack, that's the way we could get it, because there's no way for us to get netherrack other, yeah, that's it. The only nether break that we have, that's everything. We have no netherrack, no nothing. So I thought, you know what, if that's something that we can renew, then maybe having that as a drop would be a good idea. And yeah, so far, guys, look at the drops. And I've been AFK'd for quite a long time. Like I said, this is a really slow farm. And then I even started watching the creators videos. Dr. Prog, I think his name is, the one that made, not the one that made it, the one that edited the
Skyblock 3 and added like a bunch of stuff, and then updated it to 1.14, which is the one that I'm playing now. So I downloaded his whatever he added, you know, this world he kind of edited it and added like a bunch of new features. And yeah, so I went into his videos, and then he's playing this as well. And then even him, he said that this is a really rare drop and it's really hard to get them. So then I was like, you know what, if it's gonna be that hard to get them, you know, I don't want to spend endless like hours here just wasting my time just to get maybe like a stack in like hours and hours of AFKing. That's too much, you know what I mean? I'm here to have fun. I don't mind working to get stuff like that, but when it's this rare, it's just kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Especially if it's a block that we're gonna need a lot of. It's just not working out. So I think I'm gonna edit the file so they could drop like 3 to 4. You know what I mean, per time. Yeah, because like I told you, the drops are really rare because we're still getting other mobs like skeletons and creepers and spiders and stuff like that. So it's just limiting the husk spawns. But yeah, guys. So other than that, we got it working. I'm probably gonna edit that. I'll see if I can figure out a way for the pigment to drop netherrack, and then maybe other mobs dropping something else. That way we could add a few more things to this world. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be it, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Plays